This time we got top 10 anime victories without contact. This is my top 10 anime. Make sure y'all like the video, comment, subscribe. And I don't know what could be on this list. I don't remember what anime. I mean, I guess like if you were going with like the obvious stuff, like Death Note, like like Light killed Ray Pimber without touching him. Of course, yeah, okay, I guess, but you know, it's whatever. So yeah, let's just get into it, see what it is. Why is it only coming out of one? That's concerning. This is that was disgusting. Oh yeah, he killed the man with his heartbeat. That's ridiculous.
For epicness. However, there are some occasional moments where the fight is over before it even starts, where the difference in power is so overwhelming that they win without lifting a finger. In fact, some win by simply inducing fear with their aura alone. Technically speaking, this guy probably won the greatest number of fights without actually getting into a fight. He's an S-class hero who climbed the ladder without physically engaging in any fights along the way.
Oh.
His cold poker face and the tense atmosphere he creates makes any enemy uneasy. But when coupled with his hero ability, Heartbeat, it's usually game over for the enemy. He's the embodiment of fear inducement, which is ironic as King's engine is fueled by his own fear. That in turn instills fear in his enemies. The only way King is ever going to be defeated is by cardiac arrest.
I gotta watch season 2. I haven't done that yet. What's going on? Why?
Levels. It's very cautious.
Am I tripping? It was just no sound. I thought
the overly cautious hero, as his name suggests, is very cautious when it comes to a fight. He spends the majority of his time just training and acquiring the best tools to prepare him well for any battle.
Audio claimed or
this paranoia extends well past preparation and into over-the-top attacks on monsters that are at the lowest of levels. He's the type to use a nuclear weapon on a single insect. All this training has eventually resulted in him gaining passive skills that don't require him to fight. His automatic Phoenix is the perfect example, whereby lower-leveled monsters nearby are automatically killed just by getting too close. His companions don't even get a chance to shine around this hero.
That's crazy. It just knocked it out the sky. Stop.
No, this
really was.
This show follows the Demon King, who's been reincarnated 2,000 years into the future. And as expected from a Demon King, he's insanely powerful. The only problem is that no one remembers him. However, this does lead to some interesting encounters, whereby the other demons gravely underestimate him. This young demon thought he had a chance to win just because he was royalty, only to suddenly find himself severely injured. Turns out he got defeated by just the heartbeat of this demon lord. The only time he does use some magic is when he wanted to resurrect his opponent, only to kill him again. Defeating someone physically was not enough. He made sure to destroy him at the spiritual level.
I forgot about this. That was part 1 of Naruto.
Itachi is a child prodigy, and this is the fight where...
Honestly, part 1 Naruto is the best Naruto. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care about Boruto, whatever it's pronounced. I don't care about Shippuden. Part 1 will forever be in my heart the best.
We're shown just how powerful the Sharingan can really be.
Anime of all time.
Up to this point, we thought Kakashi was an extremely powerful ninja. After all, he's renowned across the ninja nations for his skills in combat, and we were certainly expecting at least some sort of fight. However, all it took was some eye contact to drop him to his knees. In the real world, it took mere seconds to defeat the great Kakashi, a feat no one would have expected only a few episodes ago. They were lucky that this criminal duo were just out on a stroll having some tea and snacks.
どうしたのカカシまだ目を閉じてろって言うの
That was crazy. Back in the day, watching this on TV, you had no clue. Like we all thought that was happening. Like that was actually happening. We were like, "What's going on?" Kakashi getting stabbed a million times. We're like, "Whoa, what's going on?" And then he falls over, and she's like, what happened? You just told us to close our eyes. Should we keep them closed?" And he was like, "Bro, that was just it was like 2 seconds. That's 100 years or whatever. However, I think 100 hours. However long he said it was, 100 days, something like that. But it was a while for him. He was freaking out. That kind of like tension, I didn't feel in Shippuden. I did not feel like, maybe it's because I watch it on TV, but I didn't feel that tension in Shippuden. So.
Ainz has yet to meet a match in this isekai world. Most of the time, he's just competing with himself to try and set new records with his magic, like the number of goats he can summon. Killing thousands of humans in minutes was child's play for this character. Humans are like ants to Ainz, but if there was one human he respects, it would be Gazef. He stood his ground against this almighty being, despite witnessing him kill thousands of men almost instantly. We all knew he had no chance, but we eagerly waited to see how many seconds he would last. Unfortunately, he couldn't even make it to the end of the first second, making it probably the quickest fight in anime history.
He's so broken.
お前の斧かかってこいよ戦士ならスカーッと気持ちよく死んでみろ
Oh
Vinland
yeah.
Saga has several
He broke this man mentally. It's hilarious.
powerful characters, and Thorkel sits near the top as one of the strongest. He's a stereotypical Viking that just loves a good battle, but it's his incredible strength that makes him a scary opponent to anyone that encounters him. He literally cuts people down as if he were playing Fruit Ninja, all the while having a ton of fun. If even a group of enemies weren't able to slow him down, then it was a given that a single man would have no chance. In this encounter, Thorkel wins the fight without even fighting. His mere presence alone induced enough fear to completely break his opponent's mind, placing him in a standing coma.
いやああこりゃいかんちょっとプレッシャーかけすぎたか
Man was a jerk. He literally broke him. Yeah. He
Natsu
did
is
too,
one of the
but-
most courageous fighters of Fairy Tail, and that's partly due to his simple-minded nature of not being able to recognize an enemy stronger than himself.
I wouldn't even have thought about this because they're on the same side. So I would have never even thought about this. I didn't even consider this a fight. I was considering this him teaching him a lesson. So that's why I wouldn't even thought this be on him.
However, Guild Arts is just on a completely different plane of
That and
existence.
early Fairy Tail. So
All this time, he's just been play fighting. But the moment he started powering up, it became awfully clear the difference in power. This is the first time we see the MC show fear, and he instantly knew that whatever he does is futile against this monstrous power. However, this was an important lesson for the MC to embrace fear, as it's just another tool that shows you your limits.
there was a spider on the wall, and I was going to get it after this video, and now it disappeared.
参りました
4億の首俺がもらった俺ださあ行くか
After a devastating loss and 2 years of training, the crew is back to continue their journey. Generally, the first arc of any time skip is for the main characters to flex just how strong they've become. This time was no different, with each of the Straw Hats showing their growth. The pinnacle was, of course, the captain putting half an army to sleep with just his willpower alone. Suddenly, the loud and overconfident army that consisted of 100,000 fishmen have now been humbled as their size was reduced to half in mere seconds. The
Just
fishmen
from-
never really stood a
Just
chance
when he's
against this
standing there
team.
looking intimidating.
Rayleigh must be
dropped.
proud, and let's hope he lives to see another king.
hit him with that look. It was like, fell out.
こいつも7つの大罪
Okay, I dead ass forgot about this. Yeah, Escanor put the fear of the sun in him.
Seven Deadly Sins has become a household meme these days for their rather unique animation style in Season 3 and 4.
Yeah, it was
However,
bad.
in the
It was
early
bad.
days, there were some epic moments. Escanor's introduction is one such example. He was up against an enemy.
It was crazy. This anime never had the best animation, but it wasn't bad. It was good animation. It was clean, solid lining. Like, look at this. Look at this right here. The pause test is proven. Look at these lines. They don't look funky. They look like they put time into these lines. But you can see like the background is not as like super detailed, or like the sky is not super detailed. It's nice. It's not super detailed, you know. That's the style. But then later seasons, it got like it was rushed. I swear they rushed it. They probably like were told, you guys got to get these 2 seasons done in like 6 months, and that's probably not enough time. I'm not an animator. I don't know. But that's just like what I'm thinking happened, because there's no reason for it to just quality just dip like that.
Who single-handedly defeated the rest of the sins. To add to his already powerful abilities, he has a commandment that can turn liars into stone. And yet, Escanor was able to claim that he stands at the pinnacle of all races and not turn to stone.
Because that was
His
actually
arrogance
facts.
wasn't without basis though,
Power
as he
was so
managed to
broken.
defeat his enemy by simply inducing fear with his aura. Succumbing to your own commandment is certainly an embarrassing way to be defeated.
I gotta go back and see how Escanor got the that power again.
せっかく少し本気を見
I
せ
don't
てあ
remember
げよ
the
うと思っ
explanation.
たのに
I know he got it from what's his face,
ゲー
but
ムオ
like
ーバー
after he died. But I don't know how Escanor got it.
しかし
Wolfen.
The
I
King of
forgot
Ants may
about
have
that.
lost parts of his memory, but that doesn't make him any weaker. His newfound strength and abilities make him far more formidable than he once was, and the loss of memory only made him that much more fearsome. Welfin's encounter with the Ant King has become one of the tensest moments of Hunter x Hunter. Welfin even considering to attack him was futile, as all it took was one glare from the Ant King for Welfin to see his own death. The immense pressure and aura from the king was sufficient enough to turn this wolf ant into looking like a pug ant. Although this rapid aging did lead to the delivery of the single most significant line of the entire show.
通常であれば選択し得ないものだった
No, yeah, that was deep. That was deep. Why does Hunter x Hunter keep coming up in in these lists? I swear, like, every time Hunter x Hunter keeps showing up. I like, wow. Because I keep wanting to tell the same story about my friend. Like, that's why I'd stop. Like, whatchamacallit? That was a good video. That was a good video. I hope y'all enjoyed. Honestly, top 10 anime they need more support. Like, what? Wait, how 14 comments, bro? This is December. Like 2,000 views. They have 65,000 subscribers. Like, come on. They have quality content. This is quality. I don't see the difference between this and the main one that hit like AnyTube or something like that. I was about to say HennyTube. I don't know why. But yeah, AnyTube, VinnyTube, that's it. VinnyTube and Animology. I don't see the difference between those videos. I don't know why they don't get more love. So show them some love. So make sure y'all enjoyed. No, make sure y'all enjoy. Yes, make sure you enjoyed. Enjoy it. Do it. And I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.